Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Wednesday, May 12th, and we're going to be talking about some NBA DFS picks on both DraftKings and FanDuel. But before we get started, we're going to take a quick look back at yesterday's picks and see how they turned out. So on the DraftKings side, we had Malachi Flynn, $5,300, got to 28.25, so he was a hit. We had Sheev Mikhailu at shooting guard, $3,400, looking for 17 points out of him, got to 27.75, so he was also a hit. Gary Trent, $6,000, looking for 30 points out of him. He only got to 18. I thought Chris Boucher wasn't going to play in this game. He ended up playing pretty well, so that hurt Gary Trent overall. Then power forward Juan Toscano Anderson, $5,100, looking for 26 points out of him. Got to 24.25, so he was a miss, but probably not one that killed you too bad overall. And then last but not least, at center Xavier Tillman, $3,600, looking for 18 points out of him. Got to 23.5, so he was a hit. So a little bit of hit or miss day on the DraftKings side. Then over on the FanDuel side, we have Malachi Flynn, $5,000. Looking for 25 points out of him, got to 29.6, so he was a hit. Gary Trent once again, $4,900, looking for 25 points out of him, got to 18.3, so he was a miss. Ignas Brendelskis, he's a guy that I probably should have swapped out yesterday for like a Kenrich Williams, but only ended up playing 20 minutes, got to 13.1, so he was a miss. Then at power forward, Isaiah Stewart, probably, a guy that should have been switched off to Xavier Tillman as well, but $6,200, looking for 31 points. Got to 27.6, was a miss, but probably not one that killed you too bad overall. And then last but not least, at center, we had Zubac, $4,500, got to 37.5 points, so he was a hit. So overall, a little bit of a hit or miss day, but, come back swinging strong today, and I think it's going to be a really good day overall. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to the injuries for today's games. So for the Washington Wizards, we got Bradley Beal out once again, so no changes there. Atlanta Hawks are going to be without Hunter and Reddish, so pretty much the same as last time as well. Boston Celtics are without Marcus Smart, Kemba Walker, and Robert Williams, so Peyton Pritchard looking like a value today. Romeo Langford, if he's in that starting lineup, could be a little bit of value as well. Evan Fournier has been playing pretty well. Obviously, Jason Tatum's in there as well, so some value from this game for sure. Then for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Lamar Stevens, Isaiah Hartenstein, Darius Garland all out, and then Cedi Osman is a game-time decision. We'll see if he ends up playing. For the San Antonio Spurs, just Trey Lyles is a game-time decision. He hasn't played in a while, so I don't expect him to play once again. Then for the Brooklyn Nets, we got Chiwuza out, and then Kyrie Irving and James Harden, both game-time decisions. We'll see if one, two, or none of these guys end up playing today, so just something to keep an eye on out there. Then we got the New Orleans Pelicans, Steven Adams, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson all out. So pretty much the whole starting lineup, if you want to say it that way, besides Eric Bledsoe. Could be some value in this game once again. Then for the Mavericks, JJ Redick's out. Kristaps Porzingis is a game-time decision. For the Portland Trailblazers, we got Zach Collins out once again. Then Nazir Little is a game-time decision, so no major changes there. Utah Jazz, same three guys out. They've been out for a little while now. Then for the Houston Rockets, we got Bradley Brown, Gordon, Nwaba, Porter, and Wilson all already out. Daniel House, Dalton Jeffries, and Christian Wood are all game-time decisions. We'll see if any of those three players end up playing today. And then for the Los Angeles Lakers, Dudley and Schroeder are both out once again. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Alex Caruso, Talen Horton-Tucker, Marc Gasol, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope are all game-time decisions, so just keep an eye out on that one. See who's playing, who's not. It sounds like LeBron should be back tonight, but we'll just have to see. But that's a quick little rundown on all the injuries for today's slate. A little bit smaller slate. It is a 6-game slate, but still a pretty good sweet spot in terms of games overall. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to DraftKings and talk about my picks over there. So start off with the point guard position, Peyton Pritchard. $3,100, like 15, 16 points out of him, averaging 14.5 on the season essentially. So in that starting lineup, playing more minutes should be more productive. Definitely extreme value at $3,100. Then with his teammate at shooting guard, Evan Fournier, been playing fairly well lately. $5,500, looking for 27, 28 points out of him, averaging almost 30 on the season. So could be another pretty good value spot, with no Kemba Walker and no Marcus Smart today. Then as small forward, we got Caleb Hutchinson. Started in place of Bradley Beal last game, played over 20 minutes. Had over 20 points. So at $3,200, you're looking for 16 points out of him. If he does anything close to what he did last time, definitely going to be a value again today. Then at power forward, we're going right back to James Johnson once again. $5,000, looking for 25 points out of him. We've seen him play very well lately. and you got even more pieces missing out of that starting lineup, so he could be a main factor in this game overall for the Pelicans. Then at center, we got his teammate Willie Herman Gomez, $5,600. His price actually went down, even though he's been over 5 times value like the last 3 times out. So we're just going to keep on playing him because he's been playing well, and Steven Adams is out once again. But if you go with these 5 players on DraftKings for today, you'll have $27,600 remaining, $9,200 per player. So definitely a lot of room to spend up for some guys if you want to do so. Pay up for 2 studs, do a balanced build. Pick and choose what works for you. There's definitely going to be a lot of options out there today. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my picks over there as well. So point guard position, we got Peyton Pritchard once again, $3,500. Looking for 18 points out of him today. Flat minimum value over here, already in that starting lineup in place of Marcus Smart and Kemba Walker. So it's definitely going to be a good game for him. I mean, there is a chance it goes wrong, but for the price tag you're paying for him today, is definitely worth that shot. Then at shooting guard, we got Kyrie Thomas. Honestly, don't know a lot about this guy, but he's been playing lights out. $4,500 seems like a great price tag for him. You're only looking for about 23 points out of him, averaging almost 40 through 3 games on the season. So there is some risk to it since he's only played a couple games, but if he keeps playing the way he's been, and Houston doesn't have enough guys, so he's playing a ton of minutes anyway, so it's still a pretty safe play overall. Then Joe Harris, $3,700 at small forward. Looking for 18, 19 points out of him, averaging 23 on the season. Just a price down spot. He's been over this price tag, in terms of paying off the last couple games as well. So no real concerns with him today. Then at power forward, we got James Johnson once again. $4,700, looking for 23, 24 points out of him. Pretty much everything I said on the DraftKings side still applies to him. They pretty much don't have a starter in that lineup besides Eric Bledsoe, so he's going to play a main role once again today. And then last but not least, at the center position, I got Andre Drummond. Price down spot here. You're looking for 27 points out of him, averaging 37 on the season. So looks like just too good of a spot not to play him today. But if you go with these 5 players on FanDuel for today, you'll have $38,200. Just over $9,500 per player. So definitely tons of room to spend up. Whether you're looking to pay up for a Russell Westbrook, a Trae Young, Kevin Durant, anyone like that, there's definitely a lot of options out there today. So just kind of mix and match and see what works best for you guys. But with that being said, these are my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for today, May 12th. As always, if you guys have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to ask. Definitely here to help you guys out the best that I can. And then as always, I'll be listing all the news, injury updates, and starting lineups down in the comments below, as well as some updates to the core if there are any that come out as well today. But with that being said, if you guys are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It definitely helps build the community that we're trying to build here at CoachCraigSports. And that's truly one for you, the viewers, helping you guys with your DFS, whether it's NBA or NFL, helping you guys with your fantasy football teams, covering all the different football news this offseason. And with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who's yet to do so, also hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily NBA DFS videos like this, as well as some fantasy football and NFL draft content as well. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Hopefully you all do very well in NBA DFS tonight. And as always, if you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to ask. Definitely here to help you out the best that I can. And then last but not least, special little shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.